Okay, so, I hope this doesn't piss a lot of people off, but, I was doing a lot of playing with, the female character, and I found this item set called the Armor of the Bear. And I love the way it looks, but I don't like how it looks on a female character. Like, I love the way that on a male character it, like, exposes part of the chest, but on a female character, because the female character has a, constantly has a bra on, it's like superimposed on top of the chest piece of the armor, and I just didn't like it. So as petty as it is, I decided to start a new game as a man just to change it. And over here, like, I still have Sophia here. If anything, I may just show off a few differences between how the male character is playing this to how the female character is. And over here we have Slayer of the Storm. If we form a covenant with him, we get the Warrior of Sunlight. You can also get the Warrior of Sunlight in the Farron Keep. And yeah. I really like the way this armor looks, so I'm going to stick with it. I decided to play as a new character. Instead of going with the Skeptic, I went with the Heretic. I mean, not with the Heretic, with the Outcast. They start off with Dark Pyromancies, and I basically am just going to run the same build I had with the female, with the other Hex build. So let's just see how this goes. For a minute, just because it'll have game run smoother. Here we have the Deserter's Helm. And right now I don't have the Curse of Attraction on. I do have the Curse of Pride on though, so that means that I do more, that enemies do more damage to me. But I'll work with it. Yeah. And I also got some different weapons. I'm going to try out the hand axe. I really like the aesthetic of the hand axe with the bear armor. And yeah, truth be told, I just prefer the way some of the armors look as a man. So if anything, I'll just have this guy that I named Arturias, spelled with Arturias, spelled with a U, in reference to both King Arthur, Arturias the Abyss Walker, as well as the fact that Arturias is, I think, the way that the word bear is said in, I think it's Middle English. So, yeah. Petty as I may be, I'm going to try doing a run as him. Over here we get some more Rouge water. All well and good. I may turn on the Curse of Attraction later, but right now, I'm just gonna stick with what I got. Let's see. Does not seem to be anyone here. Yeah, the good thing about the Dark Pyromancies is that it deals toxic. And you get this armor two different ways. One way is by getting the Ring of Betrothal in Firelink Shrine. I'll show you guys how to get that once I'm done in this little area here. So one way is to use the Ring of Betrothal. Well, I mean, the normal way that you're supposed to do it is you talk with Magnum Ursus, and he... In Orlando, you find an item called a Ward Vessel. It's a callback to the Ward Vessel from Dark Souls 1. You give it to the NPC Magnum Ursus, and he gives you his armor set. But there's another way you can do it, where if you give Magnum Ursus the Ring of Betrothal, he will accept your marriage, and he will like the way the betrothal works is there's like there are like 3 different scenarios that could happen. There's like a really good scenario and a really scenario. The really good scenario is that Magnum Ursus will give you his armor set, the Armor of the Bear. The / any other scenario would be Magnum Ursus just telling you to basically go fuck off, but he says it in Latin. He says, like, don't mess with this bear, or something along those lines. But he will sometimes say the same text he does when he marries you, which is, you're a fine companion for this bear, at which point, upon talking to him, he will give you an item, and that item is the armor set he wears, the bear armor. And the bear armor has some pretty good passives to it. Each piece of it increases your max health, focus, and stamina gain by 2.5%. So if you increase all of them, that's 2.5 multiplied by 5. Let's see, that's, I think, 25, regroup the 2, regroup the 1. That's 1.15%, which is nothing to sneeze at. It doesn't seem like a lot, but those small additions do add up. And I'm going to equip an item that, well, I also want to try doing this challenge where you can get 2 special items from Magnum Ursus. One is they're both charms. One is a charm that you got from him if you manage to beat the entire game without getting hit once. It's called the Charm of Insanity, and honestly that is a fitting name for it, because if you're capable of beating this game without getting hit, without sustaining any damage whatsoever, you are pretty freaking insane. But that's not the one I'm trying to get. The one that I'm trying to get is the what is it called? It's the other talisman. I'll show you guys later what it is. Over here we have some hollows. There's one there that'll turn into fucking man. Don't bother with him. Instead, throw the distance. Throw a firebomb at him, and then you throw fire at him. Since he's an abyssal enemy, he will effectively go crazy and attack you. And yeah, a lot of these Lothric soldiers have standard forms. And over here we have a Crystal Lizard that drops Twinkling Titanite. Honestly, the items that the Crystal Lizards drop are kind of underwhelming, since a lot of them you can get as normal Covenant drops anyway, so as far as I'm concerned, it's kind of underwhelming. But there are 2 items up there on that rooftop that I want to get, if I can get them. First and foremost, let's take care of these archers. Like, basically what I did was to get myself a similar build to what I had with Sophia. I basically gave Arturias I went to the Grave Warden. I think her name is like Grave Warden Ellie. And you go to her, and she sells the basic Dark Miracles. And as an outcast, you start with 2 Dark Miracles. Basically, this is the build that is like designed to start with dark magic. And the 2 pieces of dark magic that you start with are Black Fireball and Black Flame Scatter, which are also the 2 main dark spells that I had on Ellie at this point. So I thought to myself, forget it, I might as well go with a different build entirely. Or I might as well go with a different character but try to make the same build. I know it's kind of petty that I decided to go with a male character strictly on aesthetics, but hey. Yeah, I will admit, it's pretty good petty. But that's what I decided to do. In a moment, I'll like pull up the link and show you guys like. After I run through this place, because I managed to screw up on the progression. Turns out that the first DLC, I decided to wait until Irithyll of the Boreal Valley, you can get it at the point that you can beat the Catacombs of Carthus. And yeah, the club's a pretty good weapon. The, at this point the club actually out-damages the mace. I feel like an idiot for buying that from what's his face, the Black Firelink. But hey, it is what it is. I'll probably turn on the other curse too in a minute. But first and foremost, let's take care of these guys. The good thing about getting the club from the Dragon at Firelink is that it is a pretty damn good hammer to utilize at this point in the game. Okay, that Lothric is still here. Thankfully, I can stun lock him pretty damn well with the mace. I mean, not with the mace. Well, I mean, you can stun lock him with any hammer, but right now I managed to stun lock him pretty damn well just using the, you know what, forget this. I need a ranged weapon. I should have enough dexterity to use this bow, which I do. One thing that I like about the outcast compared to the skeptic is that you start with a little bit more dexterity, so as a result you basically, again, I'll show you the stat differences in a bit. They're not that much, they're really just minuscule things. Mostly things like the Hexer has a little bit, not the Hexer, the Heretic has a little bit more intelligence than faith. The Skeptic has a little bit more faith and intelligence, and the Outcast has a balanced mix of both. Excuse me, I'm going to run back up before the other hollows decide to kill me. Where is he? Oh, there he is. For the axe-wielding hollow, I'm just going to see if I can that worked exceptionally well. But let's see, where are my healing items? Oh yeah, I have them on my hotbar. I went with a different starting gift this time. I went with the coiled sword fragment just because it'll be easier for me to warp around to different bonfires with it. I'm just going to pretend like I don't have it for the most part because you don't get it until you get to the Nameless Shrine. Basically, I'm just going to have this just like in the background, just in case I decide to just like warp back to a bonfire. Because you know there may come situations where I decide to warp back to a bonfire, and there is a shield that I honestly really like. Oh crap, that makes me over encumbered. Oh well, never mind. I'm gonna stick with this shield then. The, you know, as much as weapons like clubs and wooden shields are treated like a joke weapon, they have pretty damn good usability. So over here on this body, 2 copies of the Soul of a Deserted Corpse. On this body, the Cleric's Sacred Chime, which I am so going to equip on my offhand until I get the Cleric's, until I get the Dark Chime from Grey Rat, which I believe he sells right off the bat. Either he sells it right off the bat, or he sells it after going on his first pillage. Here we have a dog. Don't worry about the dog. And here we have the old cell key. I'm going to use this to kill not kill. I'm going to use this to get Grey Rat. I mean, hey, I should just look at the bright side. I've been getting kind of bored of just recording all of the videos that I'm doing for this in multiple goes. And as a result of that, just, I'm kind of getting fatigued of uploading all of these videos at once. Where's the chuckle fucker that did that? Okay, let's pop this and heal. I really should try to get one of the deep, yeah, I'm not going to be able to hit him with this. Get him just fine with this, though. Yeah, this is nothing special. I'm literally just using a short bow in tandem with the wood arrows that you can buy from Andre and the Shrine Handmaiden. Come on, with you. Hopefully he'll lose interest in me and he'll just piss off, because I want to try to hit him with my dark magic. Okay, there he goes. Hold on. Okay, well there goes my chance of getting another talisman. Hey, look at the bright side! And now I don't have to worry. I failed the prerequisites. I can always try to get them back going to New Game Plus, so it is not the end of the world. Well, anyway, here we are back in the high wall of Lothric. At the very least, I have the keys so I can save Grey Rat. Of a scent, just a teeny bit. Well, whatever. Anyway, here's Grey Rat.
Ah. You're no jailer, are you?
I wonder if what gave it away was my clothing.
No, you're from far away. You must be some remarkable. Below the high wall is not the home of any lord, just an old woman. Please. I'm not asking for... I'll be sure to repay you in kind. I may be...
Sure, I'll grant your request.
Do you?
His request is that he wants you to go to the Undead Settlement and find a woman named Loretta and give her the Blue Tear Stone Ring. Spoilers. As you guys will find out pretty soon, Loretta is dead. Now I'm just gonna rest here. Being a hammer, it deals excellent strike damage. And these enemies are weak to strike damage. Basically, the two different talismans that Ursus can give you is, one is like the I don't remember what they're called, because talismans are also the, items that you can use to cast miracles. But yeah. Might as well go up here. Try to face off against the Boreal Outrider Knight. Never mind, I died then. Oh, well. Maybe try a different weapon. Maybe the mace. Perseverance is a good weapon art, but whatever. So you know what? Knowing what I know, I will definitely try to kill the main boss in the first DLC right when I reach Irrital Boreal Valley. I don't even remember how many souls I had starting out, and truth be told, I don't care. It's actually pretty easy to farm souls in this game. Well, anyway, might as well go to Pharaoh's Shrine and see if he has that shrine. I think he gets it after his first, raid. Also, the Mercenary Ring is a ring that increases your vigor by 5. They're famed for their brawn and bravery, and were employed by the Kingdom of Lothric. So yeah, over here is Magnum... Where is he? Over here is Magnum Ursus. He has... Basically, he has two relics. The Relic of Power. Kill the soul of Cinder and refrain from dying at any point. I have failed. And he also has the Relic of Insanity. Kill the soul of Cinder, refrain from taking damage at any point. You have failed. I have a feeling that this really should be saved until you get into, like, New Game Plus, where you're capable of, like, doing some of the crazy shit like that. But I digress. Anyway, just sell these at the Shrine Handmaiden. And, yeah.
Ashen 1.
Frey Rat should be here.
Oh, and in what does...
Let's see, does he sell the chime? No, he does not. He does not sell the chime yet. Okay. That has parry, that with all these shields have parry, which are good. Not what I'm looking for, but still good.
Goodbye.
Well, now that I don't have to worry about any of that stuff, I might as well put on the Curse of Attraction like I did before. Now there are going to be more enemies all over the place, and honestly, I think that's going to be more fun.
Just wasn't.
Fellow semi-topless, or rather in his case completely topless, Bara Sensei, Andre of Astora. He teaches call over gesture, and he also is the one that you buy the weapons from. From him, I wish to get, if I can find it or afford it. Not the Ujigatana, not the S-Talk. Okay, yes, I can find it, I cannot afford it yet.
Pretty, be careful.
There's some shinies over here behind him. Said shinies are 1 Ember and 1 Shard of Titanite. All well and good.
Just wasn't.
Let's reinforce one of our weapons. That has Standard, that has Strike. Let's increase the Hammer. And the Axe. But right now, we'll just do the Hammer.
Pretty, be careful.
If anything, I should consider the fact that I failed Magnum Ursus's challenge to be a blessing, because now I don't have to worry about it. The relics that you can get from him are still pretty damn useful, though. Still pretty damn useful. I'm gonna go hit the bathroom. I will be back in a moment. I am back. Before we return to the High Wall of Lothric, why don't we see if we can forge something good? Can't forge any of the things I can't infuse anything. I mean, can't buy, can't get anything that you. Not the end of the world. Might as well equip the Warriors of Sunlight. Okay, boost soul absorption by 10%. Okay, just checking what all the components do. I'm gonna try to take out the dragon. Basically, first thing you have to do, right up here, and once that is done, let's wait for the fire to die. So again, for the dragon, you just wait for the fire to subside, run up to this little terrace. Once up here, arrows, dragon. So you do enough damage. Once you do enough damage to get the dragon to leave, you get the Drake's sword and the and some dragon scales. You also get the Braille Divine Tome of Kareem here. And yeah, let us continue on our way. There are also 2 mimics in the area. I'm gonna see if I can kill them. They're basically going to be Lothric knights and knights of all different kinds everywhere. So yeah. So my way of dealing with the mimics is I'm just going to see if I can do enough damage. There should be causes good stagger. That mimic down, we get the blue blood sword. Let's just rinse and repeat with the next one. This one is also a mimic. The way that you can tell if it's a mimic is if the chain curves away from you but points at you, like this one. If it has an S curve, it's a mimic. But if it curves in a different way, which what I'd like to call the C curve, it is not a mimic. And from that we get the Boar Fang Hell. I did find a handmaid's ladle. More than anything, it's a joke weapon. Somehow weighs the same as a club. This has to be one beyond the ladle for it to weigh as much as a club. And yeah, the only good thing about the handmaid's ladle is that as you kill enemies with it, you slowly acquire more and more Estus. That's like literally the Everything else about this is kind of crap. Its damage is low. Literally everything else unique about this weapon is kind of crap. Like, look at it. Its damage is lower than my club. That's quite the accomplishment because, you know, this is just a normal ass club. There's literally nothing special about this club at all. So yeah, while those Lothric robes are coming up, I might as well equip this and beat them to death with it and see if I can get some more Estus. Because there's a mechanic in this, Death Echoes. In vanilla DS3, the Death Echoes would gradually increase as you kill enemies. And once you reach a certain amount of Death Echoes, you basically regain a pop of Estus. Okay. This guy's just gonna continually throw daggers at him. Some normal type thing. Let's hope I can kill these guys with the hammer and get some Death Echoes. Let's see, I believe there's some more of these robes here. Yes, there are. Okay, and I believe there's another robe here. Is there another robe? No, that's just a piece of material. space, so yeah. There's also a red-eyed Lothric knight here, brought along by the Curse of Attraction, to make it slightly easier. Wait until he's up on the ladder. Throw pyromancies at him. Or that. Or that. Nice. Not complaining. Let's see how much time elapsed. 32 minutes. I'll give myself like 10 more minutes, see if I can make some good progress in here. I want to at the very least open up the shortcut from the area past all these guys, so I might as well sprint past. Might as well do that. The ring is the reason why. Of course the ring is the reason why. Get over here. Hopefully, as I run through the game, I can farm enough sunlight metals to get some items before there's sunlight. Because one of them is a tome, which in different versions of the game was in different forms. And when it was added in, I think it was originally like remains that you would give to, not remains that you could use, and upon using them, they would summon Solar Restorer. Which I mean, hey, cool beans. Remains that summon the Warrior of Sunlight. Take out Lothric rogues. To just kill them. I like using the weapon art of the Black Pyromancy Flame. This weapon art is pretty damn good. Don't know why I couldn't aim it before, but okay. The weapon art of Black Pyromancy, like I said, is pretty damn awesome. There should be a Lothric Knight. There is a Lothric Knight. Okay. Now I believe because of the Curse of Attraction, I'm going to Oh hey, another Pus of Man. What a wondrous addition. plus of mana or pain. Wish I had a few more fire bombs. I should see if I can buy fire bombs / fire arrows from one of these guys here. Oh yeah, there's a dark gem here. You can also get dark gems there. Periodically they drop some good items like Cinders. I don't know if it's guaranteed, but hey, it's something. Great, another one of them, and I don't have any fire bombs. Wonderful. Should have bought a pyromancer flames from the Shrine Handmaiden. I mean, that would be provided she's strong in some dark. They're still susceptible to dark. This thing out. Okay, now let's see. Now let's also kill him. The good thing about Nibble is that although it is not very powerful, it is very fast. Crap, I missed that jump by a lot. Oh well. It hits like a truck. Kind of want to see if I can jump over there because that guy there has a very nice piece of armor. I mean, a very nice weapon that I would like to get my hands on. So, okay, I believe what you do is you just run straight ahead and jump, and I just made it. Yes. The Knight's Crossbow. Very good piece of equipment. And resonating crystal. Basically, the crystal that you have, that you use to gain focus, you can strengthen it. Oh, and there's another Lothric Knight. Backstab. Dash. Okay, he's dead. You know what? I don't know what it would look like if I put on the Grave Warden robe with that. It looks okay. Honestly, it looks okay. Not stellar, but okay. Sometimes decency is the best thing you have, and it should always be a good goal to strive for. Okay, let's just go back to exterminating everything in this area, if only because there's an item here that I missed. To kill him with it. Thankfully, the good thing about dark magic like is that a lot of it has homing capabilities. Nah has homing capabilities. Deep Soul also has homing capabilities, to the point where I'm going to get one of the items in the Deep Spell family. Just because it has much better range than this. You know what? Don't like how this is. I'm going to go back to the armor repair. Would be nice if it also increased your equip burden, but hey. You can't have everything. I have an awesome suit of armor. That increases my base stats. I should not get greedy about it. So yeah, the other item that I'm trying to get, if I can reach it. And with the bright side, at the very least I made up the souls I lost the first time around, so that's good. Something over there is taking damage. I think that's the Winged Knight. The Winged Knight's AI is kind of so sometimes it'll run into like a bonfire that's in the area. Not the bonfire that we run into, but like a bonfire isn't like a legit actual fire. In the meantime, I could use this as an excellent excuse to get an item that I missed. The weapon that we got there is his Thor's straight sword. It is a pretty good straight sword. And yeah. It requires a pretty decent amount of dexterity. Oh, and it changed it up. Could always equip the bolter side sword. It's a little bit heavier than what I have, but you know. No one said that a weapon that's a little bit heavier is ever a problem. Anyway. Here. I was so worried that I killed him right as he killed me. I was profoundly worried that something like that was going to happen, and I'm so glad that something like that did not happen. Here. So let's see if I can. Theming are weak to dark, or at the very least very much susceptible to it. So, you know, excuse me while I just sit here and wait for these guys to continue so nice if you can get good equipment from them right off the bat, but you can't. I'm gonna pop the Rouge Water. Rouge Water functions a little bit differently than how it does in Dark Souls 2, where it originated in. Because in Dark Souls 2, using it... I didn't mean to do that. Using Rouge Water in Dark Souls 2 healed you a lump sum of health, as well as okay, he's down. Okay, now let's go back up to where we were. Let's also equip this and also put the how does this compare to the... Okay, this is lighter, has worse defenses, but is lighter, so I'll work with it. Good thing about this, I can spell parry. Carry over from the priest's Parma in Dark Souls 2. One thing that I really like about the way Gentle Prayer has been reworked is that it heals in a much more condensed fashion. It basically heals the same amount as it did in Vanilla, but they condensed it from being spread out by 15 seconds to only being spread out among only 5 seconds, which I personally love. It makes it much easier to... makes it significantly easier to get the heals off properly. Okay, now let's see. I can just walk onto that roof. Yes, I can. And over here we get a Radiant Life Gem. Pretty good weapon. Nothing too crazy, but good all the same. And oh yeah, with Dark Souls 2, not only was the Gentle Prayer spread out more, but removing the catalyst prevented you from getting healed any further. Whereas in Cinders, removing the catalyst does not prevent further healing. Okay, where is he? Well, anyway, there are some hollows in this area. They will try to attack you. I'm not all that worried because they go down pretty easily. And over here you get a rapier. Can I use it? Yes, I can. I'm a fencing bear. Insert gay sex joke here. Anyway. Thing about the rapier, not particularly powerful, but it is fast and it has good poke capabilities. So that's always good. Soldier's Key. You use that to open up hidden, I mean not hidden, but boxes that you can't normally open. Keys like that are everywhere, unless you got the Master's Key, in which case you don't have to worry about any of the locks, you just run over and unlock it. That's the case with any lock in the game. It's the case with the locks. This on here and this on here so that I can heal, considering that I ran out of Estus. Not the end of the world though. So yeah, that item over there used to be the Accursed Signet, which you would use to get Carla to show up. Sorry about the slight slowdown. Windows, I think, performed an update in the background. Until I heal completely. I'd also try using a spear. Personally, I prefer spears. They're longer, don't have the crit boost, but then again, they don't really need it. And if I'm correct... NPC invades. An NPC who has a pretty good amount. good amount of poise, has the Lothric greatsword. Is returning back to his post, so now would be a perfect time to blitz him. Okay, he's down. He drops the ring of momentum. Allows the wearer to quick step easily. Yeah, this is a reference to how quick stepping works in Bloodborne. Pretty nifty effect, all things considered. Let me go back to my... I'm gonna go with the axe. Because there are some hollows here. Not hollows from bleach, but hollows as in bleeding corpses that have yet to be shoved off their mortal coil. Okay, over here you get the Bardiche. Bardiche is a pretty cool weapon. It is a glaive type weapon. Let's find a small shield that can let me do the weapon art. Here we have a type of door. Over here we have a door. We are a hollow, utilizing a half is. Convenient as it may be, they are still alive. And I might as well try to clear everything up at the high wall of Lothric. And then finish this up. Let's see, Bardiche, I can't equip yet. And I just broke out those boxes to see if there was something hidden there. There usually isn't. Over here we find the soul of a deserted corpse. Over there are some corpses to be. In other words, Lothric Knights. Change this for the club. Oh yeah, because of the Curse of Attraction, there are some new enemies here. Like these two sad sacks. Dark magic is that it does a lot of poise damage. Be smart about this. Good. Okay. Select that. That was the wrong pyromancy. I mean hex. Damn it, out of range. Okay. panic. Nothing good ever comes from panicking. I said nothing good ever comes from panicking. Back to the maze. Keep on healing like the madman that you are. Can't wait until I get the Fallen Priest Chime. Pretty good weapon. It's a catalyst for miracles and hexes, and with the pen it has the so yeah, Fallen Priest Chime, pretty good weapon, catalyst for miracles, catalyst for hexes, and it can do a pretty good job of it. Okay, Lothric Knight's here. He's guarding the ursine, that's where to take him out. The dark magic until we either play. Dead coming over to you. He also drops the Lothric Knight's short sword and the Lothric Knight's shield. Pretty good weapons in their own rights. And now, before I die, I'm going to go at a bonfire because I'm going to be invaded pretty soon. I'm going to be invaded by the pursuer. Why can't I access the bonfire? Shit. And I die. Right side, you want a shortcut? Okay, I'm gonna go get my souls back. I'm gonna go murk the pursuer. So, I'm gonna take this bonfire, going to travel to the first high wall of Lothric bonfire. And I'm going to, if I can reach it, go over to where my souls are. Where the pursuer. There are also multiple dogs here. Also got another hammer. The war pick. Specializing in doing big damage. As opposed to the hammer's typical blunt. Also some hollowed soldiers here. Anything that I can poke him with? No. I mean, from a distance, anyway. I mean, I do have this whip, which is the weapon that the outcast starts with. Pretty good weapon, if you want to, drag at range. Do slash damage. Okay, weapon. It's kind of slow, though. Personally, when it comes to doing splashing damage, I prefer using the axe. Oh, katana. I'll try out the Baldur's side sword. It's a straight sword. Okay, I'm going to... How many souls was it I lost today? Let's see how many souls I can get from this guy. Or better yet, let's see if I can farm the Lothric Knights there. I'm going to upload this, and I'm going to go ahead and murk some more Lothric Knights, and I'll talk to you guys later. Until then, have a good day. Bye-bye. Hopefully my luck with this guy will be better than before.